Hey, what's up guys, it's Jinan. So a while ago I made a video about an RC car, and the goal of that project was to make something that has interchangeable parts, has a simple build, and a decent speed. So it's made out of flat pieces of metal. It was running on a battery pack of 14 AA cells. It had 2 motors in the back, and with that the top speed maxed about to 17 miles per hour, which is okay I guess, but if you compare to some of the other popular RC cars, you would see that it's at the very lower end. And the one that holds the record for being the fastest is just way up there. Okay, so if I want to make my car go fast, obviously I have to use better batteries and a better motor. So this is a 3800 kilovolt censored brushless motor. And to be honest, I didn't really know much about motors like these, so I didn't really know what to expect, especially for the torque. If you look at the motor that Traxxas X01 is using, you will see that it's rated for 1650 kilovolts. You know that as the number goes down in kV rating, the torque increases, but the RPM decreases. So when I was comparing the two numbers, I wasn't expecting much torque to be there. But I was wrong. It completely blew my expectations when I was first testing it. And if I compare it to a normal motor, you can see that it turns really smoothly and you can barely feel the magnets. On the other hand, this one is kind of snappy and hard to turn. This pretty much gives you an idea of how much torque there might be. And if that has a high enough torque, I can just go with 1:1 gear ratio and still be able to make the car move, which is about 1.3 kilograms. Obviously that would make the acceleration really low, but since I'm only aiming for the speed, I don't really have to take that into consideration. Also, the 1:1 gear ratio wasn't actually the plan because it can easily overheat the motor and stuff, but I went with it anyway because I couldn't find a perfect set of gears that I can use in the car. And by the way, I'm using a 120 amp censored ESC and 2 of these LiPo batteries. Okay, so now that I'm done talking about the car, let's talk about the speed. As you have already seen in the title, you know that it maxes to about 30 miles per hour. And even though the number is kinda disappointing, we made some progress and improved it just a little. I was actually expecting to get a reading around 50 miles per hour, but that didn't happen. Considering that I'm getting 30 miles using a 3800 kilovolt motor and Traxxas X01 is getting 100 miles using 1650 kilovolt motor, doesn't really make that much sense. Oh yeah, these cars are actually huge, and they got huge motors too. The length of the car that I made is about 13 inch and Traxxas X01 is 27 inch. So I guess it's more about traveling more distance with a single rotation. I mean, the bigger motors got bigger shafts, and those shafts are driving bigger gears, and those gears are driving bigger wheels. So I mean, traveling more distance with a single rotation. But I think I could have done better with the motor I have if I spent more time making the parts more precise. Things were not perfectly centered, and these wobbles obviously limited the RPM, and vibrations from those actually caused things to come off during testing. So I ended up using thread locker basically everywhere. Also, using gears that have a high pitch was a bad idea because it's easy for them to not mesh the right way and they can end up rubbing off of each other. In the last test, the gears got completely worn out and they don't work anymore. These two are also the ones that are no longer usable, and these are the parts that had to be redone to make the whole thing work. And in the process of making sure that the car can actually go straight, I was just driving it in the parking lot for about a minute, and the motor started smoking. It basically got really hot, and you know that when magnets are heated, they demagnetize. But it was still working, but I didn't want to take any risk for the top speed, so I ordered a replacement and fixed it. And when I was looking for the rotor, I found out that they have a lot of available spare parts for their motors, and you can actually modify them by looking at what's compatible with what. So this is a stock rotor, which is about 12.5 millimeters in diameter, and this one, which is for higher torque, is about 13.5 millimeters. And that difference in 1 millimeter makes it even harder to turn. I was thinking it would be fun to include some acceleration comparisons to see how it actually performs, but now that the gears are worn out and I have to make some other changes in the car to make it work again, I guess I'll just stop it right here and save those for a future video. That's about it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.